Your Worship, for record Richard Bunguka, Chief Special Attorney. Your Worship, this matter is coming up today for further mention. Wish to inform Court, Your Worship, that inquiries of this matter are still ongoing, and we ensured that the remaining inquiries are expedited to ensure the committal of the accused persons to High Court. It is on that background, Your Worship, that we seek an adjournment. So,
for purposes of management of expectation, but also in the best interest of the accused persons and justice of the case. And since this court will be made anything, kindly ask the state to give us an indication of those remaining inquiries, so that we know, otherwise we might be chasing the wind. Because if it says remaining, the assumption is that some have been done. So some are remaining. It will be a good thing to know some of those which are remaining, so that we respond.
In response to my senior colleague's submission, we wish to submit that our prosecution is not obliged to go into details of the nature of investigations at this level, because it may jeopardize investigations. We are only obliged to inform this court whether inquiries are still complete or they are complete. And for as long as we are still operating within the 6 months within which the investigations are supposed to be carried out. Completed. So Your Worship, we reiterate our prayer for an adjournment so that we will expedite the remaining inquiries.
Has really been disturbing us. And it's high time the court addressed that issue. Actually, they take it that they have to take their time, 6 months within which to conduct investigation. That is not the spirit of the Constitution. The spirit of the Constitution in Article 28. One of the key tenets of the right to fair hearing, or fair trial, is speedy investigation, speedy trial in itself, and all the pre-trial processes to be conducted in a very expeditious manner. That is the spirit of the Constitution. And it is that spirit we seek this honorable court to uphold, and we are inviting the prosecution to indicate as to when they are finalizing this process. My learned friend here has talked about legitimate expectation. It's important. Trial by ambush is not permitted under our laws. So, may we have an idea on what they are doing and how they expect, when they expect to be done with that process, and we prepare accordingly. That is all. It's a very simple thing that we are demanding for. And it's within the right of the accused persons that are all the free trial processes must be conducted expeditiously. So very much.
Just so that this honorable court is not misled, I would kindly request, again, trial by ambush, Mr. Richard Bigumbuka to show us. We expect that his undertaking that because we are now in month 3, perhaps it means that in April, when the 6 months are done, we will be ready. Also just remind my colleague that the matter is not starting today in this magistrate's court at Macau. It started a long time ago, to the extent that we know Mr. Richard and his team represent the state which caused the arrest. Which caused the arrest of these individuals from November up to now. So I cite what my colleague said, that in Article 28.1, the entitled to a fair, speedy trial. And in regard to what we asked for so that we can plan, in Article 28, Sub-Article 3, Paragraph C, we are entitled to adequate time and facilities to prepare for the defense. We are sticking to facilities. We are not asking for money, but so that we can plan appropriately for the accused person's defense. So that is our request. And we assume that the need for them to keep things in their pocket is overridden by public consideration of fair trial. Nothing stands in the way of that point. Kindly ask them to give us guidance on that.
Aggravating my senior colleagues. To emphasize about Anthony, he's been in custody for 1 year and 4 months. Our state has indicated that there's still in the contested period of 6 months. Of course, I believe there's no legal basis for that. For that 1 year, we submit that it is been time enough for them to make any disclosures if necessary. So,
however, not at this stage of investigations, but rather at the point of hearing. And this prayer shall be made to the court that will be handling the matter. So, now, the state is empowered to expedite the investigations so that the defense can get their necessary prayers answered at the right forum. As of now, all the accused persons are remanded, and the matter is at mention to the 28th of March, 2025 at 10
application number 001 of 2025 arising out of Nakawa criminal case number 008 of 2025. Uganda versus Dr. Besigye and Lutale, Captain Bensola.
May it please this honorable court, Jatiko Thomas, Assistant DPP, presenting the state this matter, together with my learned friend Richard Bigumbuka, Chief State Attorney, and Eunice Mbine, Senior State Attorney.
It's evident these people are just struggling to manufacture evidence. You heard when we asked as to when they are likely to complete the investigations, they were cagey. When you look at the matters before this honorable court and all the allegations they are making, one would expect that they would be ready by now to assemble the evidence which they intend to rely on and make a summary of their case, and committal papers should be made by now for the matter to be forwarded to the High Court for hearing. They indicated from the record that the file was transferred to police on the 11th of February. That's what they have indicated in the affidavit sworn by one of the officers investigating this matter. But you all know this matter started way back on the 16th of November when Dr. Besigye and Obed were abducted and kidnapped from Kenya. They were taken to the General Court Martial, and it took some time before this matter was brought here. But now, in a surprise twist of events, they seem to suggest that actually, prior to the DPP taking over this matter, there was no investigation conducted by any government agency, which is really baffling and disturbing. Because according to what the police and the prosecution are indicating here, they are just starting on the investigations now. That actually they commenced investigations on the 4th day of March. Today is 7th. This week is when they started to conduct investigations. But they have also indicated they took over the matter on 11th February. But since then they had not started on the investigations. Now they have started. They have put in an application dated 5th. Actually, they filed on 5th. That was Wednesday this week, seeking for an order of court to allow them access all the information regarding the phone numbers of Dr. Besigye and Obed Lutale, which have been in their custody since the 16th of November last year. Now they are just putting an application this week that they want to access those information. They want to access that information regarding all those phones, the communications, the records concerning those particular phone numbers or lines. They are talking about five phone numbers, 5. And there are a couple of issues that we intend to raise regarding the same. They are not for now. But what is of concern right now is the way they wanted to stampede the court to have this matter heard today. You could imagine. Filed on Wednesday, served on Thursday afternoon, and they wanted it to be heard Friday morning. We opposed this. We had to oppose it in the strongest terms possible. We had to oppose it because we believe it's an ambush in the first place, which is not allowed under the law. Secondly, it's an attempt to manufacture evidence against Dr. Besigye and Obed Lutale. Court has fixed it for hearing on Friday the 14th. We are going to study it. We're going to interact with our clients and then file all the necessary papers required to oppose this application, all these maneuvers being made by the state to manufacture evidence. It's all about manufacturing evidence. Actually, to sum it up, they are on a fishing expedition trying to scratch around to gather evidence which they think can help them make out a case against Dr. Besigye. Apparently, they don't have any. So basically, that's where we stand.
Lord Mayor,
yes.
How frustrated is Dr. Besigye with proceeding at the General Court Martial? Everything was being dragged. Now we are here. It looks like, from what you're saying, prosecution is not ready. How frustrated does this make Dr. Besigye?
Well, it's very, very frustrating, of course, you know. The freedoms of Dr. Besigye, Obed Lutale, and their liberties are curtailed. You are aware of that. Just like any other normal person, you'd take exception to that. You'd feel frustrated. You'd feel disillusioned with whatever is going on. Because under normal circumstances, if they had a case against them, they would have assembled evidence by now. But to see to it that up to this particular moment, they are still fishing around to see if they can get some evidence to piece up together the case. It's a matter which is really disturbing. As I said, it's very frustrating. See, both physical and psychological torture, nothing else, because it is causing mental anguish to Dr. Besigye, causing mental anguish and frustration, disillusionment to both of them, Dr. Besigye and Lutale.
Council, how are you planning to see that Dr. Besigye and Lutale get
an application for?
Yes.
We filed a bail application in the High Court, and since last week we have been pushing for a hearing date, but of course it could not be fixed until a judge has been assigned the matter. And up to this present moment, we are not advised that the matter has been allocated to any judge. And it is our call that the judiciary should expedite the process of allocating this file to a particular judge, and then we have it fixed. We wonder why there is this ping pong. They continue to, address this as if it's not a very urgent matter of great human rights concern. So that is our concern.
Okay, in Luganda.
This is a prosecution.
Of course, right from the word you go, the character of these proceedings have been speaking for themselves. Sorry, from inception, you know the nature of the proceedings. The case speaks for itself. That's all about persecution, not prosecution. But permit us to go into Luganda. I'm not feeling well.
Yes.